Alright, hello and welcome everyone. I'm running just a little bit behind. Well, I say that, but I'm starting about an hour earlier than I have been. But I'm a little bit slower than I meant to be. Pardon me. But I promise, starting very soon. A little slow, but I'm just putting out the link. I think everything's basically ready. Ooh, it's itchy. I apologize for the random bursts of noise amid the silence. I'm almost ready. Why am I so itchy all of a sudden? Good lord. At least, you know what? At least I'm not coughing or yawning or hiccuping. I just had to say the word yawn, and then there it was. Okay, but like I said, almost ready. Super close. Alright, think I'm good to go. Really sorry about the wait. Like I said, for whatever reason, I'm a little bit slow tonight. That's not what I want. Okay, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. Well, more or less. Alright, so for anyone who might have missed the last stream, or at least part of the last stream, we came to the city of Redcliffe, and we, sorry, I needed to open up my text file, my notepad file. We found out there was an army of undead demons coming out of the castle to attack the village at night, and it was all because the Arl, the sort of local nobleman, he is basically in a coma, and his son was possessed by a demon. We had to get the demon out, and now we're gonna go try and find some sacred artifact to save the Arl. Which I've just realized is basically the Dragon Age-ified version of Earl. I can't think of what a Terran would be. Ban would probably be like a Baron. An Arl is an Earl. What is a Terran? Oh well. Doesn't matter. It's just random thought. Also, there's someone in the village that I need to seek out. Here in Redcliffe. Who I would have forgotten about if I wasn't looking at the Dragon Age Keep Tapestry, which I'm trying to keep updated, because I do want to go through the entire trilogy with you folks. So I want to make sure that everything is set up properly, so that our world state remains consistent. And so there's one thing here in Redcliffe that I apparently haven't done that's on the tapestry. So, gotta head back to Redcliffe Village before we can proceed. Ooh, cutscene. Denerim.
Sire, I have more news.
Hi, Tim. I forgot you were in this game.
Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Anora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he
Never!
not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this, Anora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Kaelin was the king, in case anybody wasn't aware. Anora is Teyrn Loghain's daughter and also the queen. And since Kaelin's death at the beginning of the game, Loghain has declared himself the regent. And basically he's king in all but title. That's the best way to put it. He essentially has all the power. Alright, there's the mill. I need to find the tavern, which I'm pretty sure is right here. Yeah, so more or less just a straight shot. Also, hi, how you doing? Welcome. I didn't say that earlier, did I? I don't know if anybody's actually watching right now, but just in case, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a lovely day.
Oh, right.
Yeah, now I'm looking for Bella. You, Bella.
Anything I can get you?
I should go.
It's up to
Okay.
you then.
I guess I can't talk to Bella then.
Took Lothering, did they?
If it isn't the hero of the day, what can I get you?
Let's see what you have.
Right, I've got some supplies too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
I guess if I was going to talk to Bella, I probably should have done it before finishing the local main quest then. Because it doesn't seem like I can really do much to interact with her. You have flasks. And also new recipes. Stan, can you use this? Cannot. Pretty sure the rest of this is all stuff that I already sold him. That said, I am carrying some more stuff than I remember, so I should probably, Ooh. That almost makes me wish that I was still trying to spec my character for archery. I got a special bow. I got an important stick. I don't think I'm carrying anything that anybody can use right now. Definitely nothing Sten can use. Sten's using massive armor, so nothing I've got is quite up to that level.
Well, it won't be much longer.
Alright, well, if I can't interact with Bella, then what I'm doing here is basically nothing. Alright. Map. So, back to the party camp.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
Pardon me. I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
If we can stop the Blight, we'll save so much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Well, no, but I'm sure Morgan wouldn't mind if we scooched it up the schedule a little.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Logan will get what's coming to him, I promise you.
No, I know that. That's not what I'm talking about. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But, after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the Blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
If you want to, we could try.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Alright, so this gives us a reason to go to Denerim a little bit earlier than I would have otherwise. You know what? I'll deal with inventory micromanagement after we do this. This is basically Alistair's loyalty quest, as it were.
Yes.
I have to bring him along. Also, Morgan and Shale. Where is Denerim? Is that Denerim? Yeah, all the way on the other side of the map. Past what used to be Lothering. Here we are. We are in the market district. I forgot Shale just trumps along. Can we get an over-the-shoulder view? There we go. What is this? Assassin's contact for Leliana. I didn't bring Leliana, did I? Nope.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are
Alright. Journal. Companions. Alistair's family. Goldana lives in Denerim near the alienage. Well, where is the alienage? I don't know. Although the alienage is where I'm from, so if I find it, I might be able to stop by and say hello to my own people. Hooded courier. Wade's Emporium. Oh, Shale can level up. Alright. Gonna put more points into Shale's Shale abilities.
Taken yesterday with crazy stories about Redcliffe. You hear about that?
Grey Warden poster, you don't say. Don't believe the lies. Friends of the Grey Wardens assemble. The hidden pearl holds the key to the resistance. The griffins will rise again. That sounds like a trap. Hey, there's the alienage.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage.
But I'm from the alienage.
You might not want to say that too loudly. Your kinfolk aren't exactly popular at the moment. They were writing, killed the Earl's son. With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Well, that means that my family may be dead. Happy thoughts. Nord Noble, Genitivi. Wonders of Thedas. Mysterious door. Guessing that's not going to be Goldana. Warehouse. I'm gonna go a little bit lower here for an over-the-shoulder view so I can try and...
I recognize you from Ostagar and Drustes blood. You're a Grey Warden, Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend and good King Kalen. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Pardon me. Satisfaction?
An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nord Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
Logain's charges against the Wardens are false.
So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Terran Logain's word?
Use your wits. The Wardens would never help the Darkspawn.
I do not like your tone, sir. But you may be right. I may regret this, but I cannot duel someone who may be guiltless. Leave, Warden. If I find proof, we will meet again.
Coins are so pretty. Perhaps I should eat some and startle the locals.
Do it.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
Hi, Steve. Random money in a box. So maybe that mysterious door was Goldana's house after all. And I'm just going the wrong way.
So, Shale, when you were standing there all that time, did you sleep?
I have no need to sleep. My body does not tire or do other flesh-related functions.
But don't you get bored? Wouldn't you want to dream at least?
I do not dream. This is what it does when it sleeps. It paws its nose and mumbles incoherently.
Yes, of course. I thought we all... Huh. You watch me?
I watch all closely when they are still at night. There is little else to do.
For hours and hours?
I count the breaths. It helps to overcome the overwhelming urge to crush their faces while they sleep.
Well, I won't be doing much of that anymore.
Hi, Rosa. How's it going? Yep, I have no idea. Pardon me. Pardon me. I'm gonna go back towards, go back to that mysterious door.
Find dwarven craft.
I'm gonna hope that's not the Grey Warden trap. It's the only thing that's got a mission marker. Oh, Friends of Red Jenny. Door opens a crack in response to your knock. There's a light breeze, like a change in pressure. Present the small painted box. A large shadow nods. A pouch of coin appears in exchange. Door closes. Cool. I got 3 gold. Not what I was expecting at all, but I'll take it. Didn't the name Gina TV come up during our encounter with Zevron?
You heard about all those mages in Lake Callanheart? They up and turned into a pack of demons.
Yeah, but I stopped it. Okay, Alistair said that Goldana's house was near the alienage. Must not be too near the alienage. I can't bloody find it.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slave to the highest.
And I definitely know what you mean, Rosa, about melting into a puddle. Oh, there it is, Goldana's house.
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see?
Yes, let's do that. I'm sorry, I got my hair tangles. Yeah, I know what you mean about melting into a puddle. Pardon me. I just had to buy a new air conditioner a couple days ago. I got a portable air conditioner because it's cheaper than having to buy a whole new, what I guess my family refers to as a window unit. The big one that sticks in the wall. Because like I basically had no air conditioner for about a month. And then one night, the humidity got up to fucking 96%, and I was more miserable than I have ever been. It was the worst. So yeah, I can sympathize. Is that the one where you know the feeling? I'm never sure about sympathize versus empathize. I should really look that up one of these days, and then try to remember for once. Anyway, yes, let's do that.
Does she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
Okay. In we go.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Goldana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Goldana, yes. How do you know my name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
He's telling the truth. Listen to him.
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that? She...
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off.
It's hardly Alistair's fault, is it?
And who in the maker's name are you? Some elf to follow him about and carry his riches for him?
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Hey, Spider, I was just texting you. Goldana, Alistair came here hoping to find his family.
Well, he found it. And what good is that to me? None, that's what. Unless he can see to it that his family lives as it should.
I suppose maybe I could give her some money for my nieces and nephews. 15 sovereigns, maybe? Would you let me give her that?
Hey, go ahead if you like.
Then here, Goldana, take this money. I know it's not much, but...
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
No, wait, I don't think that at all. I want to help, if I can.
You want to help? You go to whatever high and mighty folks you run with, and you tell them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living as they've a right to. You do that.
I know at least one of these is bad. Google. Wiki help! Also, I will tell you right now, Goldana keeps talking about how their mother is dead. I will tell you right now, that's not true. We will encounter her later. Okay. You know what? I don't think any of these is any worse than the others. So, it looks like all she wants is your money.
Yes, it really seems that way, doesn't it? I wasn't expecting my sister to be so... I'm starting to wonder why I came.
I don't know why you came either, or what you expected to find. But it isn't here. Now get out of my house, the both of you.
Let's leave. Now.
I agree. Let's get out of here. Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I'm sorry I gave her any money at all. This is the family I've been wondering about all my life? That gold-digging Harridan? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry it turned out like this.
Yes, I'm sorry too. I guess I should have known better. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Oh, so we did lose 15 sovereigns. She wound up taking the money after all. Alright, well, that was Alistair's family. His personal quest. I will say, again, Galdana kept saying that their mother was dead. She's not. She is very much alive. We get to meet her in the third game. I will tell you right now, I'll spoil this whole thing. Not only is she alive, she is an elf, and she is a mage. Which is kind of funny when you consider that Alistair was training to be a Templar. Or a mage hunter.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Hal, right? Good for you. Make us spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you.
How did you know I'm a warden?
Your likeness has been shown to some of the guards. Managed to get a peek at it myself. The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself.
Sure, I'm interested.
Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know.
Stealth I have covered, but I don't pick pockets.
More of a second story man, eh? So was I back in the day. The thrill of the hunt. Dodging guards, in and out, no one the wiser. Ah, the good life. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't know blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fella really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restraint, right? So, what are you interested in?
I think I'll see you later.
Right you are.
I mean, he seems like he's kind of like the bounty boards outside of the Chantry. You know what, fuck it, I'll go ahead and ask him.
Good to see you, Warden. Fighting the good fight, eh?
Know of any good places to break in?
I've got a place for you. It should be easy money for you. It'll cost 1 sovereign, though.
Alright, tell me the details.
Lady Sophie is an intimate of Al Hal. Real intimate. She's visiting the country, because that's what rich folk do when the whole bloody kingdom's in danger. Sorry, they just get me so angry. Her room in the Nord Noble Tavern is unattended. That means her valuables are just there for the taking. You've got the tavern staff to worry about, plus she has hired a guard. A very overworked, tired, and bored guard, though. Just be careful, and you should be fine. Good luck.
Alright, so now we have that quest. And I will go grab whatever's on the board. Back alley justice! Just gonna go ahead and accept all of these. It would appear that I can't enter the Chantry. Seems a bit odd. And I know there's a fella up here. What is this person doing? Who are you? Who is this doppelganger? I can't interact with you. It makes me nervous.
Take this. You've earned it.
Okay, I'll take your word for that. Just accept all the side quests. Something over there? Nope. How about you, hooded courier?
Leave me to my business.
Alright. Thought you might be something. Sergeant
You hear
Kylon.
Another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
What's that fucking Command and Conquer meme about needing additional pylons? This guy's name is Kylon, so that's where my mind went. Is the Market District really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot. And Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
How are they worse?
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
Do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
What do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Okay, but I can leave them breathing and on fire. I'm just saying. I mean, I wouldn't have even thought of fire if you hadn't said fire. Now you brought it up, and I'm really disappointed because I'm not allowed to set anybody on fire. I'm not even a mage. I just think setting people on fire is hilarious.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Going.
That said, Firebug is my least favorite class in Killing Floor. Setting people on fire? Great times! Setting zombies on fire just creates a bigger threat for me.
The Swamp Witch has a great deal in common with my former master.
The Swamp Witch. How original.
The Swamp Witch has the same arrogance, the same air of cruelty. I would hate for it to have possession of my control rod, if it still worked, of course.
Let me tell you what you can do with your control rod, Gollum.
Is it telling me that if the rod did work, that it wouldn't want control over me?
I wouldn't go so far as that. I could, for instance, command you to go and jump in a lake. A very deep lake.
It fools no one. The Swamp Witch would control everything if it could. It would have us all dancing on its strings.
Oh, you know me too well, Gollum. Your revealing gaze has laid me bare.
I will be watching the Swamp Witch. It must not be trusted.
Now you're beginning to sound just like Alistair.
Can't we all just get along while we're in the shop? Can you save this for when we are outside?
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you?
Tell me about Wade.
You're obviously not from around here. Wade is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
That's not true, Heren. The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you forced me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop.
Are you guys, you know, fucking? Like I don't want to get in the middle of anything. Who's in charge here?
I am.
Wade owns the Emporium, but without expert assistance and, well, prodding, let's just say the Emporium has improved substantially with our partnership.
But I do miss the good old days. I could really take my time to make quality.
Oh, by all means, you can return to them. And to the gruel you used to fancy.
No, no. Sorry, Herin.
I mean, this feels like a couple that really need to work out their issues before they open the shop.
Certainly.
I'm just saying. I feel like some of this stuff has just shown up recently. I don't remember my inventory being quite that full. Oh, so you only sell armor, not weapons. Okay. Pardon me. Ooh, pardon me. Wait, that is 133. That's better than what I got. Yeah, that one. As usual, we get to sit here and micromanage the equipment loadout. Good times are had by all. That's 1.8. That's actually better than Alistair's. It says red steel, but on my television, because I've got a HDMI cable hooked up to the laptop, so I can see so I can use the television just in case a certain kitty decides to sit down in front of the laptop. But so on the television, I know it says red steel, but on the television it looked like it said bad steel. It's like, why would you sell shitty armor? One's chainmail, one's splint mail, but they both do about the same. Same price. $2.5, that's really good. Pardon me. Yeah, no, you don't, but like I said last time, I feel like it does kind of slow things down, and I feel like a lot of other people might not be as into it. $8.92, that's really good. There is some good stuff here. At least compared to what we're already using. That is also very good. Wait, I'm comparing to Alice. I wanted to compare to Morrigan. You goof. Oh, she can't even use those. So I bought some gloves that are gonna be useless. Oh well. I can always sell them back. Sten, of course, already has the heaviest of heavy shit. Sten is walking around in a wearing a Strapping Young Lad album. For anyone who doesn't get that joke, Strapping Young Lad's first album was called Heavy as a Really Heavy Thing. Oh, no. Inventory full. I can sell some of these. There we go. Buy the leather armor. And then for Zevron, I don't think there's anything left he can wear. You pretty much bought up everything. .2. He's got to get more than 9.8. Those are two-handed, so that's a no. Morgan's magic is still not high enough to use this thing. It's been lugging it around the whole game with nothing to do with it. Alistair gets medium. 1.8 is better than 1.6. Gloves do 1.35. Gale boots. Silverite chainmail. Here that I have nothing from Oregon, so I spent money on for no reason. Actually, I think Wade may have a quest for us.
Haren, the bloody customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry. Wade is a genius. Truly, you will be astonished by his work. But he doesn't deal with customers. If you need anything, please ask me.
And tell her I don't want her looking over my shoulders making doe eyes at me either. I'm thinking, blast it all.
Truly sorry, sire.
Can you blame me? What lesbian can possibly resist that magnificent mustache? Right, and the that whole little middle section back there is just different stores. I mean, they're market stalls, obviously. Boots.
Don't stare at me, child. I can have my father send you south to fight Darkspawn, you know.
I'm a Grey Warden. Fighting Darkspawn is literally my job.
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection of flowers and Orlesian scented oils in all of Denerim. For you, perhaps? The oils are very relaxing in baths, no?
I want something more practical.
And smelling good is not? Ferelden is no longer full of barbarians. People judge with their noses as well as their ears and eyes. But you look more armed than most of my patrons. Perhaps you seek the armor smith, Wade. Then to the south? He is quite the artiste, yes?
I have to go.
What is it? I have work to do.
I have a note from your master.
What does it say? I knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
I have no idea what that was about, but it was the only option available, so... So I know that was leather boots and not rubber boots. But I am suddenly thinking of German Sparkle Party. Oh, I don't know if I can get away with playing that on stream. I hope I can. Now that I've said it, it almost feels like I'm required to show it. It's nothing like... How can I... What am I looking for? It's not, like, really explicit. It's goofy. Certainly worth a giggle. Let's... I will show part of it. Just so that, you'll understand...
Weeks of protests in Iran following what many have felt to be the fraudulent re-election of President Ahmadinejad came to a halt Saturday as thousands of mourners wearing green headbands and one white glove gathered outside of Tehran's Imam Khomeini Grand Masala Mosque to pay tribute to Michael Jackson. The vigil was short-lived, however, as President Ahmadinejad called for riot police to break up the peaceful gathering. Ahmadinejad, responding to critics via satellite on the Today Show, told Matt Lauer, quote, "The official position of my government is that we deny the existence of Michael Jackson and feel it is just another Zionist plot designed to poison the minds of our youth. Jackson, who changed the face of popular music, was 50.
In financial news, the Fed announced today that in addition to lowering the prime rate yet again, it will begin purchasing and burning all U.S. foreclosed property.
Yeah, is this the party?
Bank's chairman, Ben Bernanke, this will stimulate the economy by encouraging new construction, increasing money supply with new loans.
And coming up after the break, Dr. Mark has a 10-minute solution to getting you back in the bikini in just...
I like German sparkle party. Sparkle party, sparkle party. I like German sparkle party. Sparkle party, sparkle party. Very German sparkle party. Sparkle party, sparkle party. German sparkle party. Sparkle party, sparkle party. Do you like to party? Yes, I like to party. Do you like to dance? Yes, I wore my party pants. Party pants, party pants, party pants, party pants, party pants, party pants.
Right, that is as much of that as I'm going to play. That is probably already enough to get me in trouble with Twitch. Just because of the music, I don't know exactly what the... I don't know exactly how far copyright goes with the, like, random YouTube music. But, like... Yeah... Yeah, rubber boots and party pants. Okay, come on, stupid. Stop alt-tabbing everywhere. Just pick OBS so you can get on with the show. Yeah, that video is great. It was shown to me by an actual German, so... Cool. I guess the stereotypical accent wasn't too offensive then.
Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road.
As I understand, the more you have to fold steel, the weaker it is. I'd rather buy information if you've got any to sell.
I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me.
Is this just Spike in disguise? Who are some important people in Denerim?
It's the capital of Ferelden, so naturally the Queen and Regent are at the top. But the man who seems to be running the city guard is the new Arl Rendon Howe. Came in from somewhere up north.
What's happening in the city right now?
The Landsmeet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Denerim is airing its sheets, waiting for the Lord to ride into town.
Let me see what's in your store now. Hi, Kira. How you doing, baby? Mwah. Love you, kitty.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
You're such a good girl. I should maybe wait.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
There we go. Okay, that's a thing. And Chanter Rosamond.
Won't find better.
That may be what that was about. The note from the note that I had to give to that mage might have been a thing for the thing from the Chantry board over here.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule.
And after much sweat, blood and toil, her labors ended, and the world marveled at what she wrought.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones.
Okay. So, what's next on my list? Morrigan! Gotta do Morrigan's companion quest. And Liliana's. Which we've already unlocked. So, I need to swap out my party. Which I'm guessing I'll probably have to leave the city to do. Yeah, change party is an option at the top, but like, I can't do anything with it, so. Might as well check this since it's on the way out. Okay. Quest updated. You know what? Not right now. I poked the door. Now I'm leaving. Wow, the game is suddenly running like ass. Whoa! That's just the whole of Denerim, okay. A dirty back alley, dark alley, rundown back street. The Pearl! No, I just need the world map. I need to go... Ooh. Refugees, Civil War. Suddenly there are new things on the map. I just need to go to the camp. I just need to go talk to Morrigan. Wow, we're doing this already, huh? It's only been an hour. It's too early for you to start fucking up on me. I should start saving a little more often just in case. If the game crashes, then we will take a break. But I will be back. Right, I'm here. First and foremost, to sort out the inventory. Sten, have anything for you? Got a couple of moles. Hi again, Kira. She just kind of bounces up onto the desk out of nowhere. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. I have an elf now. And he isn't me. Why does he have a sword? You know what? Sure, if you're a weirdo who wants to have a big weapon in your main hand, do it that way. Alright, and I know that I am all armored up. And Alistair is all armored up, and Morrigan is all armored up. Everyone else, I still have to work on. Pretty sure. That baby. Such a good girl. Got always gotta take a little break to pet the kitty. Whoop. And now you're pushing my mic around. It's not very helpful, you know. If anybody can tell me why cats sometimes just stick their tail straight up, I would really love to know. Here, you're sitting on the mouse. I need that. Okay, but that's not as good as what you've already got. That's about all you get. You get new boots. Rubber boots and party pants. Fish and chips and cycle clips. That's a pretty obscure video game reference. It's not something I see Kino do so often. Sometimes Kira, especially when she's like up on the desk and I'm petting her, like she'll just stick her tail straight up. So it winds up like pushing the mic away. Alright, Zevron, what are you wearing? Light armor, that's what I thought. I will give you a dorky looking helmet. And that's it. You get a dorky looking helmet, and you'll be grateful. Everything else can be sold.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you...
Hang on. There we go. Sometimes my hair gets up under my headphones and it is the most irritating thing. Okay, I think some of these might be... No. Okay, I do not have any of the feast day pranks. I still can't get over the fact that fat loot is an item. Oh my god, hair, stop. I need you on the outside of the headphones. Otherwise, you're just rubbing against my ear and you're all itchy and I hate it. Okay, everything here looks more or less okay. My inventory seems still like it's a bit more full than usual. Probably because of all the gifts I'm just sort of hoarding. Odin, do you have another backpack? You do not. Okay. You have any new daggers I might like? Well, that's unusual. Gotta be better than 5.6 for sure. I don't think anything you got will be. Nope. Okie dokie. Alistair needs something that's better than 9.8. The Nug Crusher. If anyone watching doesn't know what a Nug is, don't worry. We will encounter them later. For sure. Once we get to Orzammar, where the dwarves are. Okay, so they're great swords, and they're mauls. But I have yet to see a battle axe. What if I want to give Stan a battle axe? Who do I go to buy a battle axe? Eliana can use that. And staff already does 5.2, so she definitely doesn't need any of these. Zevron, you're gonna fight a whole lot better if you're not using... if you're using 2 daggers rather than, like, a big weapon and a dagger. Fuck it, the game decided to give him a big weapon, so let's look at the big weapons anyway. You know what, I take it back. I'm just gonna stick to my original assessment. Buying you a dagger. You're a rogue. Your strength stat is not high enough to not use a dagger. There we go, Liliana. I think I bought this one for her. Means that I may have wasted money on the other one. That's okay. Boink.
You and your friends are formidable foe. I'm sure.
Alright, cool. Now we get to go through the armor again. Just bore everyone to death. Ow. I did do some work a few days ago for my sister. Her house burned down back in December, I think. And so a few days ago was my first time being back on that property since the house had burned down. And they've got like this big, huge, like pile of dirt over in the back. And I don't know if they were like trying to fill in a ditch or what, but they needed to move the dirt from one side of the yard to the other. So I was the one who had to dig the dirt. Now, my right wrist, my dominant wrist, I broke back in 2012. I had what's called a Murphy bed, where it folds up into a frame. Which, my dad and I basically built ourselves. And so I was trying to, like, get all of my pillows and blankets and whatnot off of it so I could fold it up. And pardon me, I wound up tripping over the corner. My arm swung around wildly. Right arm swung around behind me. The rest of me came down right on top of my wrist. It was fucking painful. And so, a couple days ago, while I am digging the dirt to dump it into a trailer, I go to shove the shovel into the ground, as one does, and the shovel doesn't go in, and the shock of hitting whatever I hit, the clay or whatever it was, just goes right into my wrist. So I'm still dealing with pain from that. Good times. That's 1.6. That's not quite what he needs. Jesus Christ, suddenly it is... Suddenly the pain is here and refuses to leave. Maybe because of the position I've gotta be in right now to use the mouse, with Kira taking up half the desk. Silly girl. That didn't mean you had to get up, babe. Hey, good girl. I appreciate it if you want to give me some more room, but now you're between me and the keyboard, and I kind of need that too. Silly girl. I actually cleaned off part of the desk for you earlier. You have plenty of space. You're just not using it. Give her kisses, though. She's a good girl. Speaking of which, her birthday is in 3 days. You know what you should totally do? You should have a look at my Patreon, or my coffee, or my tip jar under the video, or even my Teespring store. You know, just make a little donation so I can buy Kira a birthday present. I'm just saying, give it some thought. She is the cutest little baby. Earthheart's portable bulwark. I thought... Apparently I can't read tonight because I thought that said Earth Butts. Earth Butts, portable bulwark. It's not much better than what Alistair's got. It requires higher strength than he has. I don't think that's really worth the getting. Oh yeah! If little Kira's birthday is in 3 days, that means that today marks... Pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Goodness, I apologize. But yeah, if Kira's birthday is only 3 days away, that means that today marks 6 months, well, a year and 6 months, rather, since I started dating Spider President here. I don't know about him, but for me, that's really exciting. Means that he hasn't gotten tired of me just yet. 1.16. That's not good. Oh yeah, right, they're mages. Morrigan's a mage. She's not going to have very high strength stat. I swear this is going to be half the stream. Just me staring at comparing armor stats. Oh boy. Again, I know Spider isn't mine. I don't know about the rest of you, but I know this really slows everything down. Okay, I know I can get a better helmet for Sten. I'm like 98% sure I can. Because he's got the Blood Dragon Plate armor, so I can give him the Blood Dragon Plate helmet. Which is indeed better than what he's currently using. I just give him full Blood Dragon Plate, right? That's probably going to be the best that he can get. Itchy. You know what would be great is if there was a way that I could just have these organized by like light, medium, heavy, and massive. Make things a little bit easier. That would give +1 armor penetration. I should give those to Liliana. Maybe I should have, rather. Supposed to be 1.16. Cool. Pardon me, good lord. So you've been here for nearly an hour and a half. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's doing alright. Having a good time. You know what I did with my day? This is gonna sound really sad to some of you. I say everyone I'm not dating. I spent my day partially in Minecraft trying to flatten the world. I basically just like picked the highest point in Minecraft and I was like, I'm gonna go up there and I'm just gonna start digging down and I'm gonna flatten everything out. Get everything down to sea level. And I spent another part of my day looking at my DVD collection. Kind of turns out there are some things that, as much as I like them, I think I will have a hard time watching them now, or at least harder than I used to. Because with all of the absolute just insanity going on right now, I mean, I've said this a few times back when I had Twitter. That, like every now and then these videos would roll across my feed that would show police doing really shitty things. You know, as they do. And I would always, like, retweet them with the sentence, if you didn't hate cops before, ... And with the way that the recent protests and whatnot have been going, I look at my DVD collection and I look at the things I have, the films that I have that are that feature police in a prominent role, like say Dirty Harry or RoboCop. And I just think that maybe I can never really enjoy those films again. Because of the association that will now forever be etched into my mind of American police just brutalizing peaceful protesters. And now I've absolutely brought the mood down, so you're welcome.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
And this might sound dumb to some of you, but
Enchantment?
I think I may even have trouble watching something like Zootopia, since that also kind of glorifies the police to some degree. Now I've used up all my runes. Hooray! Okay, let's go talk to Morrigan. Like, honestly, if I just look over at my DVD collection right now, sorry, Kira. The first thing I see is... technically it was the Blues Brothers, which is not about cops. But let's see, I've got, I got Die Hard, that's about a cop. Dirty Harry, that's 5 movies about a cop. Donnie Brasco, undercover cop. Dredd, fascist cop in the future. Gangster Squad, all about cops. Yeah, it's basically my top shelf. I mean, for most of my life, even as I was starting to realize that, the American police are kind of a violent and oppressive system. I've always been able to enjoy cop movies and shows, like The Rookie. I've really been enjoying The Rookie with Nathan Fillion. But, I was always able to enjoy them because I could, like, put it in my head. I was able to keep it in my head that this was purely fiction. But now, I don't even know if I can enjoy the pure fiction anymore. Because it's all as people like Jack Saint and Thought Slime have phrased it, it's all copaganda. And it always has been copaganda, but, like... it's a lot more difficult to look on it as favorably now. After seeing all the shit that I have over the past month or two. When did all this start? Who knows? Anyway, I have sufficiently destroyed the mood. Now everybody is either angry at me or sad. Hi, Kira. So I'm just gonna go talk to the, as Shale called her, the Swamp Witch.
I have a thought.
Just the one?
Such wit. Truly, you and Mother should form a troupe of jesters and tour the countryside. We have an opportunity that I believe we should take advantage of.
Good girl.
To the point. My mother was once divested of a particular grimoire by a most annoying Templar hunter. It occurred long before I was born, but even today, Flemeth speaks of the loss with great rage. With the circle of magi in such disarray, it occurs to me that this might be the perfect time to recover the tome from their possession, for surely it eventually ended up in their hands.
Excuse me, Kira. Very well, if we go back to the tower, I'll look for it.
Good. I am most interested to see its contents, should it be located. The grimoire is leather-bound and adorned with the symbol of a leafless tree, should you come across it. If not, however, then I shall simply put it out of my mind.
Pretty sure I already have it.
I await your command.
Maybe I have to actually give it to her as a gift. So why did I say it go that way? That's the long way around. I'm a stupid. There we go. Black Grimoire.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? But when I spoke of it to you, I did not truly hope. This is a most fortuitous event. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
No, Kira's such a good baby. You're welcome.
I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Okay. Now I think I need to leave camp and come back in order to trigger the next part of her quest. So let's do Leliana's past, shall we? Which means definitely have to bring Leliana along. I feel like that's becoming more noticeable, and I don't like it.
Yes.
That's,
Indeed.
Yes.
sort of a Britishism, I guess, where, sometimes, how do I word this? Like, we got two vowel sounds, one at the end of a word, one at the end of, or at the beginning of the next word. They kind of link together with like an R sound. I'm not sure when I absorbed that, or why, or how, but I feel like it's happening more, and it's becoming maybe a little more noticeable, and it feels weird. Wait, check the map first. Assassin's contact is behind me. Okay. Yes. Here we are, Leliana. Oh, we're in a fight already. Okay, then. I have so much Deathroot. Okay, so I needed elf fruit for Mavari Crunch as well. Okay. I have to keep that in mind for next time. Also, Liliana is leveling up. Oink. Ah, I did not know that Liliana was mainly meant for archery. I've been giving her dual weapons this whole time. Oops. And Wynn is ready to level up. Boink. There we go.
Liliana. Ah, so lovely to see you again, my dear.
Spare me the pleasantries. I know you're...
Oh, you must excuse the shabby accommodations. I try to be a good host, but you see what I have to work with. This country smells like wet dog everywhere. I cannot get the smell out. Even now it is in my hair, my clothes. Ugh.
Why did you send assassins for Liliana?
So businesslike, your companion.
You framed me, had me caught, and tortured. I thought that in Ferelden I would be free of you, but it seems I am not. What happened to make you hate me so? Why do you want me dead so badly?
Dead? Nonsense. I know you, my Liliana. I know what you are capable of. 4 or 5 men you can dispatch easily. They were sent to give you cause to come to me. And see? Here you are.
Alright, Spider, you go on. You have a good night. I will definitely text you later. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit. You could have just sent a letter.
Ignore what she says. She's lying. I know how she works. What are you up to, Marjolaine? Why are you in Ferelden?
In truth, you have knowledge that you can use against me. For my own safety, I cannot let you be. It is you think I did not know where you were? Did you think I would not watch, my Liliana? What is she up to, I thought? The quiet life, the peasant clothes, hair ragged and messy like a boy. This is not her. You were planning something, I told myself, so I watched. But no letters were sent, no messages, you barely spoke to anyone. Clever, Liliana, very clever. You almost had me fooled. But then, you left the Chantry so suddenly. What conclusion should I draw? You tell me.
You think it's because of you? You think I still have some plan for revenge? You are insane, paranoid.
Liliana is helping the Grey Wardens, that is all.
Oh, is that what you think? If I were you, I would believe nothing she says. Not a one. She will use you. You look at her and you see a simple girl, a friend, trusting and warm. It is an act.
I am not you, Marjolaine. I left because I didn't want to become you.
Oh, but you are me. You cannot escape it. No one will understand you the way I do, because we are one and the same. Do you know why you were a master manipulator, Liliana? It is because you enjoyed the game. You reveled in the power it gave you. You cannot change or deny this.
Pardon me. That part of Liliana's life is over.
Thank you. You will not threaten me or my friends again, Marjolaine. I want you out of my life forever.
Liliana has put the past behind her. You should too.
Leave Ferelden. Go back to Arle and never return. What you do is no longer my concern.
I see. I will go, for now. But you carry a dangerous secret of mine, Liliana. It is not over. Not for us.
Alright, cool.
She's gone. I don't know what to think. She said it wasn't over. No, she was lying. She won't come back. I need some time to myself. We will talk later.
No problem.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Lots of goodies. I hope useful goodies. Anything in the pantry? Nope. It would appear not. Alright, back to camp. To see if Morrigan is ready to speak. I tell you right now, Morrigan's personal quest can be one of the most difficult things in the game, at least for me. I should buy a bow.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
Naturally. What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yet you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
Let me guess, she drinks blood, eats children?
That is closer to the truth than you might think. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
So why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
So if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Kolkari wilds so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
So what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Nope, that's not good. That's not a good response. It's not a little extreme. She's going to body snatch you. Alright then, I'll help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kokari wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
Alright, so now we have a quest to go and kill
Something you need? I'm sure.
a legendary witch. Sell me your best bow, Fennec. Only have one. Okay. Better than nothing. Oh, I already had a crossbow on me. That requires higher strength than I have. Okay. And Marjolin's Recurve, which I think is Leliana exclusive. Yeah. And since we just found out that Leliana is apparently equipped to be an archer. Well, not equipped, but, oh, her dexterity isn't high enough, though. Bullsack. Guess I'll give her the longbow that I just bought. If Zevron can use either of the daggers. Yep, he certainly can. Better than what he's got. Kino? Please? Please? Can you stop? He's under the desk, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Enchantment?
No, thank you. I want to talk to your father.
Anything or
I want to sell him these daggers. Man, I didn't see if anybody else could use any of the rest of this. That's a great sword. Those are both two-handed weapons. That's a no. Stan can use the great sword for sure. That's a lot better than what he had. Leliana gets the boo. And the rest I can sell.
you and your friends are formidable folk and
Right, I may have to go back into Denerim to buy a new, or another bow. Gonna hold on to Marjolion's Recurve for Leliana. Just have to get her stats up higher. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, no. We do need a mage.
Yes.
Well, the mage will help, but it's not necessary.
Yes.
And Zevron. Okay, back into Denerim. Try and buy another bow. Suddenly I can't stop yawning. I apologize. Alright, so I think the Steve Bloom dwarf is who I need to see about a bow. I think he's probably the only person in town who sells weapons.
Dwarf. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Cool. Okay, show me the bow. You don't got a bow, you got a crossbow.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
Not a super great crossbow. I had a bow, I sold it. I don't remember where. I don't know if I'll be able to use it if I can find it again.
Welcome back. You looking for...
There it is. Can I use that? I can. Gimme. If I'm going up against Flemeth, distance is my friend. Saffron is the only one of us who's gonna The only one. No, I brought Alistair along too, didn't I? I think I brought Liliana for some reason. So half of our party is going to directly approach Plymouth. The other half is going to stay back. Gonna hang back. Keep the distance. Okay, health below 50. Use least powerful health poultice. Oh, I don't need to save that because it should hang on to itself more or less. That's a weird way to word that, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Okay. You know what? Save early, save often. Also, we're about to fight. We're about to take part in what is, for me, one of the most difficult quests in the game, so just gonna save now and cross my fingers. If it doesn't work, then it's almost time to take a break anyway. I see that our blood trail has stopped. Does that mean that something's happening? Or is the game just not responding? I mean, it says it's not responding, but maybe it'll come back? If it doesn't, then it's a good thing I saved. Yeah, okay, there's a random encounter there. As we pass what used to be Lothering. I was expecting Darkspawn, not an abomination. I have so much Deathroot extract. I just realized I have the wrong abilities equipped or slotted, whatever the word is. How do I assign these? I don't know if I can. I may have made a big whoops. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. Okay, maybe now I can slot abilities onto my bar. Okay, maybe not. Oh, that's a passive ability. I'm just dumb. I'll just swap that one out for now. Reynolds Journal. What was that? Oh, world map. Okay. Right, on our way to Plymouth. Ow. Accidentally punched the desk. I just heard someone knock on my door. I'm guessing it's my nephew. Okay. Onward and upward. What am I doing? She's right here.
And so you return. Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
I should dance to your tune instead.
Why dance at all? Why not sing? What has Morrigan told you? What little plan has she hatched this time?
She knows how you extend your unnatural lifespan.
That she does. The question is, do you? Ah, but it is an old, old story. One that Flemeth has heard before, and even told. Let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as Morrigan bids, or does the tale take a different turn?
I need Morrigan. I have no choice in this.
Choice. There is power in choices, as there is in lies. I shall give you one of each. Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
I could do that.
It's far easier this way, don't you think? The lies are always more fun.
Oh, I don't know. Random violence can be fun, but this is good too.
Yes, fun. Tricking Morgan. Oh, who am I kidding? That does sound fun. I'm a bad man.
A tangled web you weave, Warden. I hope it's for good cause.
The book is inside the hut, with notes and spells enough to make even Morrigan blush with delight. You and I will not meet again. That I guarantee.
She does show up in the next 2 games, even if we do kill her, so... it wouldn't really do us much good. Okay. Now we get Flemeth's Grimoire and the Robes of Possession, which, since I have Wynn with me, I can at least have a look, see what they look like. No, I can't. They are Morrigan exclusive. You know what? That's fine. I could be wrong. I think that may basically be the aforementioned chainmail bikini. Maybe not literally chainmail. I'm pretty sure it is a very skimpy outfit. Once we get back to camp and talk to Morrigan, I'm going to save, and I'm going to take a 15-minute break. Give the laptop some time to cool off. Where am I going? This way to the exit. Pardon me, good lord. Certainly won't be the worst thing, because it looks like it is having a little bit of trouble right now. And I didn't even need to buy the bow either. Turned out I could just
I await your command.
talk her out of stuff. Say never mind. I think just like the other grimoire, I have to give it to her as a gift. Let's have a moment. that's not a bikini. That's basically her starting outfit. Just better, I guess. Plus 5 magic, plus 12 defense, plus 8% spell resistance, minus 1 willpower, plus 20 cold damage. I'll keep her in light armor. Right, the grimoire. Nope, that does not work like a gift. Not to me. I can't gift things to myself. There we go.
Mother's real grimoire, is it? I am glad you were able to find it after all. My thanks for retrieving it. I shall begin studying it immediately and unlock the power that it holds.
You're welcome. Alright. Apologies for the silence. There we go. Cool. So, like I said, gonna save, gonna take a short break. Give the laptop some time to cool off. So, like I said, gonna give it about 15 minutes or so, and I will be back. So, don't go anywhere. I'll see you soon. Howdy, every-pony. I have returned. Alright. Apologies again for the silence. Okay. The cats have been fed. It's a little bit early, but they've been fed. And next up on the list should be Sten, if we can get him to talk. Wait, where am I going? He's at 42, so he should be feeling pretty talkative.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
You thought I was callow?
You sound surprised. You must have heard this before. You'll get over it. Eventually.
Why'd you come to Ferelden?
I was sent to be the eyes of the Antom. The Arishok asked, "What is the Blight?" By his curiosity, I am now here.
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
What were you doing in that cage?
Does it matter? Very well. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Exactly what happened?
I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the Darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
I accidentally clicked outside the screen. I'm sorry. So what happened to the other Kunari?
I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke, I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
You probably dropped it on the battlefield.
Perhaps. I searched for it, and when that failed, I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
Did the farmers know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
Did you believe them?
I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
It's only an object, Sten. You could get another sword.
Do your people have no souls as we know them? Convenient for you. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antom. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Couldn't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn?
Near Lake Calenhad.
Don't worry, we'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Oh no, Sten. I don't make empty promises. Not in this video game. All right. Away we go. Yes. Not you, no, Sten.
Yes.
Not Shale. Why did I click on Shale?
Yes.
And Alistair and the dog. And we are going to Lake Calenhad, where we first entered the Mage's Tower. Whoopsies. Please tell me you're just a trader.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegrin can give you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Sure, let's see this discount of yours. Tome of Skill and Sundry. Gives the reader 1 point to spend on a skill, but is rendered useless afterwards. Yeah, that's what I figured. Hum diddly dum dum. Hang on. I have a bow equipped.
You have coin. Fine weapon and arms.
Alright. Now we can have a look. More inventory micromanagement. I get the feeling that this stuff is going to be mostly useless from the looks of things. Yeah, I don't think you've got anything I want. Appreciate the offer, though. Wait, do we just leave this way? Yeah. Alright, continuing on to Lake Cowhead.
Back off. I was here first.
You haven't seen a sword lying around here, have you?
Why? You looking to buy one?
Only if it's a Kunari Brit. No, but my very angry, my very large angry friend here is.
Oh, is he? Well, that's... see, I'd like to sell you one, but I don't, have any myself. I got part of a glove the wolves didn't chew too badly, though. I think it was a glove, anyway. I know, don't say it. I got cheated. I knew the guy who was here before me. He sold me this spot. Said he found giants and all kind of crazy valuables. He didn't mention that he'd taken everything but the bones and the dirt already. His name's Ferrin. Squirrely little bastard, if you ask me. Which you didn't, but I said it anyway.
Where is he now?
He was going to Orzammar, he said. I imagine he's gotten there by now. If you find him, tell him I sent you. It'll scare the piss out of him.
I say to you now, I actually know where the sword is. But I don't think we can get it unless we go through the whole quest. Follow the clues. Follow the trail. Where's Orzammar? This one? That's the Frostback Mountains. That's Redcliffe. I suppose it would be. The Brakillian outskirts is where we find the Dales. Dalish. These two I don't know, though. I'm assuming those must be, like side quests, I guess? That I just haven't looked at yet. We'll go to the Frostbacks. And I apologize for the noise. I have food. Because of course I do. I'm trying to eat it quietly, as always. Yeah, that looks like the way to Orzammar. Also looks like we got some bandits up ahead. Yep, figured. Get rid of pinning shot. Don't need it. Oh yeah, I'm dying. You know what? It's okay. They're almost dead. Alright, goody. Oh, for a second I had accidentally clicked on the dog. I was about to have a short dialogue with my my fluffy friend.
Darkspawn are fleeing the underground, and we are going there.
Yeah, we have to talk to the dwarves.
I hear there isn't even really any Darkspawn down south. It's all Grey Warden work.
They're a devious lot, that's for sure.
Well, as a Grey Warden, I can tell you they're definitely Darkspawn. Not that I expect you to believe me.
They have to open the gate. My suppliers will think I cheated them.
What can I do for you?
I have a note here from your master.
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Aw, too bad. That's got serious potential.
That's fireworks. That's what I keep hearing. It's not somebody knocking on the door.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lonely merchant.
Hi, Kira. Excuse you. You live on the surface?
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. Being servants in Orzamar's lifetime. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
I should go.
Best of luck to you.
I can see on OBS that, apparently the crunching is coming through, and I apologize. I will try to crunch considerably less. You!
Step right, make us breath. Oh, beg your pardon, friend. You, startled me a bit.
You're Farron, right?
You've, heard of me?
Where is my sword?
I don't know what you mean, sir.
I'd give it to him if I were you, Farron.
I don't have it. I swear by Andraste's knickers. I sold it on the way here.
Who did you sell it to?
A dwarf near Redcliffe. Dwyn, I think his name was.
I know him.
He's the one who has the sword, I promise you. Said he was a collector.
We'll see.
He won't be collecting much with no fucking arms. Okay, I can't trade with any of these dwarves. That is surprising. I would really love it if those fireworks could stop. It's 11:11 p.m. You have neighbors. At least half of whom are senior citizens. Okay, now I'm not sure if what's showing up on the mic is me crunching my chips or the fireworks. It does not appear to be the chips. Which makes sense. I can't imagine why, like, why a corn chip in a closed mouth would be so loud. Like, unless I was like inhaling the mic. Alright. So, we know Dwyn. We talked him into helping defend the village. Hello, Dwyn.
Phew, some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place.
Why is that?
Constant fighting. A warrior's life there is blood, ash, and dust. Though I'm not sure who's dirtier. These creatures are Darkspawn.
Thank you for helping with the battle.
Hey, anything for Redcliffe, right? Whatever. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something. Go celebrate or whatever you have to do.
I'm looking for the Qunari sword you brought.
Now, why would you be
Bought,
interested
rather.
in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive.
Why don't you give up the sword and we'll let you go? Or we'll go.
Idea. It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
That went surprisingly well. Now, we have found Sten's sword. Which I'm going to assume must be a gift. Yep, there it is.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war.
You're welcome, Sten.
I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Then lead the way.
So now Sten's not just a party member. He's a buddy. Alright. Next up. Need to head back to the camp. First and foremost, head back to the camp. And then we need to start talking to Wynne. Probably not that way. Yeah, okay. Right, because we had to pass the windmill on the way in. Okay, cool. Pardon me. I have a friend who always kind of laughs at me. Because I say excuse me, even if nobody can hear the burp or whatever. That's just kind of the way I was taught, I guess. It was just kind of hammered into me as a kid. You should always say excuse me, even if you're alone, even if nobody can hear you. Always say excuse me or pardon me. And that's just kind of stuck. So if you hear a lot of pardon me, but you don't understand why, that's probably why.
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
There's still some life in those old bones, I bet.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
I'm sure you'll be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
That was surprisingly morbid and a little sad.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, there was Connor.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
But it is this knowledge that drives you to be cautious.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
I find it interesting that a learned mage, an old, wise, learned mage, would take a city elf with no magical knowledge at her word on something like abominations.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
I won it in a contest. I found the code underneath the bottle cap and said you won. So here I am. Ta-da! Duncan took me from an alienage and saved me from prison.
Ah, I see. Do you mind if I ask what you did?
I killed the Arl's son for hurting my friends and family.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should not have brought it up. It must be an unhappy memory.
Don't apologize. People need to know what we go through.
It sickens and saddens me to hear what men in power inflict on those who they ought to serve and protect. I have heard stories that some Templars who hunt Maleficarum do not end the hunt with a clean death, that they subject the victim to countless abuses and indignities before they finish it. But this is just a rumor. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the Wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
I feel I abandoned everyone in the alienage.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be. I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Well, it means that I don't get to ask you about your past, which is all I really need to do. Okay, it means I've been chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others, about serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus, it is you who serves, not they.
I will keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Dear America, I think you should hear this. I don't want power. I've never wanted it.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome. You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Yes, quite.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Leliana is a remarkable girl, sincere and guileless, and she has opened her heart to you. I would not like to see her hurt.
I'd never hurt Leliana.
Not intentionally, no. But there is great potential for tragedy here, for one or both of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
I know it's not really an option in these games, but speak for yourself, Wynn. Some people are poly. What am I supposed to do? Tell Leliana to go away?
You may have to save one or both of you unnecessary anguish later on.
None of these sound good. These all make me sound like a giant asshole. Hey.
I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
I still got +2 approval, so hooray.
What's on your mind?
Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
I suppose you were just tired then, like you said.
I suppose I must be.
Oh, well, okay.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to ask you something about the Circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Why didn't you want to stay at the tower?
The Circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
I am glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the Circle.
Okay, I'm just saying, you point out there's only 2 of us. We can conscript the rest of you. I mean, we do have the Joining Chalice, and we fought plenty of Darkspawn. We can collect blood. I'm just saying, we could have a joining right here, and everybody could join the party. I'm sure you'll be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps. What's on your mind?
I'd like to ask you something about the Circle.
To the best of my ability.
It is 11:30 p.m. What is with the fireworks? How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the Circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Serves him right.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
What happened when you arrived at the tower?
I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
That's a great story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the Circle.
What was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
That sounds horrible.
It may seem that way sometimes, but it was the best thing for me. I was given the opportunity to develop my skills, to learn, and there was joy in life at the Circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. Perhaps it was like your life in the alienage. The people outside may have shunned you, but you didn't care because you were surrounded by your kind, your family. We are not so different, you and I.
You had me up until that last line. I will say, though... Hi, Kira. I will say, though... It does sort of sum up my BronyCon experience, believe it or not. In a weird sort of way. Alright, show me when... I think she should have high enough approval, right? Yeah. Cool. I don't know if her approval needs to reach a certain point, but...
Yes.
Hang on just 1 second.
Yes.
Ooh, pardon me. There is a random encounter. Pardon me. Pardon me. Chantry's unwittingly provided an opportunity to disrupt the plans of the traitors of Loghain. Hit a location marked on your map and intercept his forces. Can do.
Yes.
Need win, dog, Stin. I don't know where that is exactly, but I'll go for it. I'll try this one. It says Civil War. I can only assume that's it. Random encounter! Hey, my health's getting low. Where is Sten? What is Sten doing? Oh, there he is. Wow, why are there so many? Now, we actually needed to have a random encounter in order to continue Wynn's quest. I'm not sure if this was going to be it, though.
And I'm off.
In fact, I'm feeling pretty confident that it's not. Or elf root. Pardon me. Darkspawn leader, you say? I wouldn't have thought these creatures had leaders. I suppose it's not really uncommon for non-human animals to have sort of a hierarchy. Granted, it's not like the whole alpha wolf concept, which I'm sure that at least one of you has probably heard before, isn't really a thing. The, Win! Oh no!
I fell.
Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
You need rest, if that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Fuck! I felt an itch on the back of my hand, and I pull it back, and there's this giant red ant. I don't know where the fuck it came from. Scared the shit out of me.
Going.
Get your asses off Ban Talman's land. We won't ban Needle Loghain.
Loghain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
Now,
I love the way the whole party just migrates between enemies. It's just like a big blob of people.
We showed those Loghain upstarts.
So no other cutscene? No thank you? Just, yeah, we showed them. Alright, so that might have been the whole quest right there. Alright, back to camp. We can talk to Wynne.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
I mean, that'd be nice. You had me quite worried.
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. Remember my apprentice, Petra? She encountered a demon in the tower. It would have killed her had I not intervened. I saved her life that day, but I did not survive that encounter with the demon.
You're undead?
No, I'm not undead. If I were a possessed walking corpse and could still think, I'd kill myself. I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back, firmly but gently, as a mother would a child, eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
So you were really completely dead then?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
Then we will make the best of that time.
Yes, that we will.
Okay, I will actually be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink. I will be right back. I won't go. Don't go anywhere. It won't take but a second. Alright, my apologies. I have returned.
What's on your mind?
Why did the spirit choose to help you?
I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
What about demons?
I could sense the demons, too, and their presence frightened me. It was the kindly spirits of the Fade that took the fear from me. I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched.
Creepy.
Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word.
Well, you're very lucky.
There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them.
So this spirit of faith is your personal protector.
I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me.
I'm glad you think traveling with me is worthy of your time.
I will not lie motionless in a bed, with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare her for the task that is yet before her. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger wagging.
I'll hold you to that promise.
You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
Okay, I could be wrong. I think that's the same voice actor as Lulu in Final Fantasy X. I'm probably wrong, but I have to look it up. It's been in the back of my mind this whole time. Susan Boyd Joyce. Who is Lulu? Lula is Paula Tiso. So that's a no. Okay. Well, now I know. And knowing, as they say, is half the battle.
What's on your mind?
Is there something we can do to cure you?
Cure me? What, am I sick now?
You're a little dead.
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child. Your concern is heartwarming.
Pardon me.
But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
I'd rather be alive, really.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content, it is enough.
Are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we? What's on your mind?
Do you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
Tell me, it might make you feel better.
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
And you took him from his people and put him in the tower.
What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home, time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult.
And what did he think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
What happened to Anarin?
Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
He's dead then.
They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
Not your fault, Wynne.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Maybe he did find the Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
And maybe his sacrifice was worthwhile.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
And now we have Wynne's regret. So the next thing we need to do is go to the Brachylian Forest, seek out the Dalish. That's going to be Wynne, the dog, and the golem. Boink. To Killian outskirts. Oh no! Random encounter! That's not Shale's walk cycle. Oh no! Fire! My one weakness! Come on, there we go. Hooray! Oh, but we're not done. There's more!
Interesting and draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this.
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
I don't want you exerting yourself.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
I don't want anybody to die needlessly. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. I couldn't just click on dang Darkspawn. A Darkspawn. Shale, I may have a new thing for you. No, your constitution isn't high enough. But it's actually considerably better than what you're using now. I shall hold on to it. I can only imagine how terrifying that sound could be. Just the potential for to hear a golem just tromping down a hallway after you.
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are not Dalish. Why are you here?
I have business with your leader, actually.
And what business is that?
I'll tell that to the Keeper and no one else.
Seeing as you are obviously no simple trespasser, I will leave it to the Keeper to decide the importance of your business. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our heirs are still trained on you. Follow me.
I see we have guests.
Lovely. It's a whole colony.
And a hound amongst them. As if we haven't had enough problems with such creatures. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
I understand, but this one claims to have important business with our people.
I see. Tell me, stranger, what business could you possibly have with us? We have our own issues we must deal with, as you can see.
I came representing the Grey Wardens.
You might have simply said so to begin with. Masiranus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
My name is Callian. Pleasure to meet you.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not. I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Is that Tuvok?
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped, but we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
That is Tuvok. That's Tim Russ. I'd know that voice. I mean, he's basically still playing Tuvok, just with slightly more inflection. Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
I'm sorry, I just realized that this is the second time Tim Russ has played a character with pointy ears. I have some questions for you.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
Alright, none of that will tell me how to find or any information on an errand.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
I have Information. Okay, talk to Cyril. Where is Cyril? You are Cyril.
Few wanderers greet you, friend. We do not see many of our city brethren here in the woods. Would you help us break our fast?
I would like that.
Come then and sit. Join us by the fire. I am Cyril, the clan's tale-teller. I understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our hunters. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned.
The keeper mentioned that.
Then you are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the danger that awaits. Your courage impresses us greatly.
I must deal with the Blight. If I can help you, I will.
Nothing will help us now. Least of all, the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children, and then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
All right.
Come and join us then, all of you.
Bah, the elf wants to tell stories. Do we truly have time for such drivel?
I imagine an ancient being such as yourself would have many stories to tell,
Indeed. I have 30 years' worth of tales involving pastoral village life and being defecated on by pigeons. Riveting stuff.
And far more than that, I suspect. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tabinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
You were invaded by the humans.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us. A great crusade.
It's a war we started, I'm told.
Told by whom? A history that has been dictated by the victors, no doubt. Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
And we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Pardon me. I'm not sure what number 4 will do for us, but I'm intrigued. Perhaps you'll allow me to tell a story as well.
Perhaps another time. You are the guest here, and one who may yet prove of great help to our ailing hunters. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it?
Sure.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
And those battles tore the veil?
Indeed. Very wise of you. There was so much death that the veil into the beyond was torn. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
Pardon me. This Witherfang still exists today.
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
That's all I needed to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
I've already beaten this game, what, twice? Maybe 3 times? I think I'll be fine.
Is there something you need?
You ever heard of an elf named Anarin?
I appreciate you trying to find him, but what are the chances?
Anarin the healer?
You know Anarin?
He lives? No, it can't be him. Perhaps it is a common elven name.
No, I know of only one Anarin.
Ah, it makes sense. Anarin said that he was from the Hume cities. You are old friends, then?
Pardon me. Is he in the camp?
If you seek Anarin, you must venture into the forest. He prefers to be amidst the trees and the animals.
Thank you all so much.
Dareth Shirral.
Cool.
Hello?
Hi! You had a thingy. You got a side quest for me. There's no need to be afraid of me.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to dealing with outsiders. Though we do get people like you from time to time. Elves from the city, I mean. I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Try me, I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Girl problems, I see.
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
There must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
What if I got a pelt for you?
No, I couldn't do that. I must kill the beast myself. It is my rite of passage to become a full hunter.
Perhaps I could talk to Gaina for you.
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I can be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
Can't hurt.
Cyranus, oh ma Cyranus, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
I never thought I'd ever set foot in a Dalish camp.
A girl? Gaina.
Andarin Atishan, outsider.
You are Gaina, correct? Kamen mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
If you love him, then believe in him and help him succeed.
Oh, you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen. Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
I wonder why Dalish armor for ladies has an exposed midriff. That seems like a really odd cultural thing. Men get full armor. Women get a sports bra.
I hear only the Dalish can control the Hala. They listen to no one else.
Orf! 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 Pet the doggo. But I want to talk to the lady.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
Who are you?
My name is Alora. I am the master herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
What is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call landships. They are our companions and our guides.
They're not your mounts?
We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
Why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Try to calm the Hala.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
Examine the Hala.
And? What do you think?
I cannot find an injury. I'm not sure what's wrong.
I am glad you attempted it, regardless.
I should go.
I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
The last thing I want to do is to offer to kill it. They do make kind of a funny noise, though, don't they? Sound... I don't know. They kind of sound sick. Like they've eaten something that they don't like.
I greet you, stranger. It is good to see another elf, even if you are not one of the wandering clans. I trust my people have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
Pardon me. They've been a bit suspicious. I don't mind. I understand.
That is very generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case. Especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brecilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
You do not seem very happy about that.
None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't trouble you with this. You have your own concerns, I am certain.
I'd like to hear about it.
Well, perhaps you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
And if she was a werewolf, and the elf chased her and then found her, what then? Sweet, blissful reunion?
I don't know. Maybe she would know me as her love, even still?
More likely she would love to eat you.
If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
I will seek her out in the forest.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
This is a collection of colored inks.
And I'm off.
Also, are you not the one I should talk to if I want to trade?
Is there any chance you have news of Denilah?
Not yet, I'm afraid.
Very well. I suppose I shall have to wait longer and see.
Right, I assumed that trading is with someone else. Oh, this fella. Probably.
Yes.
And that looks like a stall, right? Like he's selling things. Like he has goods for trade.
Going.
5.2, not exactly as good as what I've got. What is this? This is two-handed. And can only be used by Sten. Alright. Cool. I think Sten might actually have something better than that on him right now, but we'll see. Doggo. Unfortunately, those are not gonna work for me, and probably not for anyone else.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly, the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. You're most welcome here, stranger. Is there anything I might do to help you in your task?
That is a very unorthodox way to swing a hammer. I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Itchy. Actually, I might ought to hold on to those. I can sell the Dalish gloves and Dalish boots, though. Which, yes, I know, I technically stole from the camp. Hey, I finally found a battle axe. Okay, that's a sword. That's not a dagger. You have no staves. It's actually not as good as what you've already got. That's actually pretty good. 7.8, and it has rapid aims. That's better than what Leliana's currently got. So yeah, I think I will take it. Nothing here for the doggo. Again, no stabs. Nothing Zevron needs. Ooh, that's +1 dexterity. I will take it. Nothing here for Alistair except maybe the shield. No. That is far too low for Alistair. Like I said, I don't think any of the armor is going to be of much use. That could be, but her strength isn't high enough. Granted, 17 shouldn't be too far off for her. I'll buy it just in case. Nothing here for Sten. I don't know why I even bother choosing these. When clearly it's not anything that certain characters would be able to use. Again, strength is not quite where it should be for that, but I'll buy it anyway, just in case. Alright. Actually, do you have a backpack? Of course you don't. Okay. I don't think I picked up anything else that I need. Or that she can use. Definitely nothing either of them can use. Okay, that way leads into the forest. Also, you still have a thing over your head.
Good to see you again. Have you need of something?
What exactly do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest, Ironbark. The keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
What if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate, provided there's enough wood, that is.
Very well, I'll take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me, so long as our hunters come first.
Of course they would.
Gareth Shiro, may the creators visit fortune upon you.
There we go. Alright, so it's a little bit earlier than I planned, but I think I'm kind of starting to... What's the word? Like, I seem to be sort of losing energy here. I know I don't feel tired, but I definitely think that I'm kind of fading a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save here. And I'm going to call it a night. Like I said, it's a little bit earlier than usual, a little bit earlier than I planned. But I think it's probably for the best. So, as always, thank you for coming, hanging out for a little bit. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Y'all know the spiel. Follow if you're not already. Subscribe if you want. You can use Twitch Prime. Regardless of how you subscribe, if you subscribe, you can get some emotes there. Pretty neat. Yeah. I'm sorry. I seem to have lost where I was going. Patreon, right? You can check out the Patreon if you want to help support the channel. Pledge anything to the Patreon, as little as $1. Get your name added to the list. Gets right up at the end of every single live stream. So big thanks as always, Aaron Thompson, Hugh C. Tanner, and Jenny Bradford for all they've done over there and all they're still doing, even in this time when we're kind of in the middle of an epidemic, or well, a pandemic really. But I was trying to say economic shit show. I don't know why it came out as epidemic. But yeah, I know money's a little tight for most people, and I appreciate those who are choosing to share it with me. And if you don't want to do the whole monthly thing with Patreon, you can check out the coffee page. It's ko-fi.com/EerieEmily, or you can check out my Teespring store or the tip jar down below. Showing off one of the designs for the Teespring store. It's the Queen of the Dark shirt. Because, you know, when you call yourself Eerie Emily, you gotta do something at least a little spooky, right? A little eerie. So, yeah, I figured why not. Pretty cool. I like it. I really need to get one of these days. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. So, there's all the ways you can throw money at me if you're, you know, not totally broke and feeling generous. Yeah, so, thanks again, everybody, for coming and hanging out for a little bit. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you have a wonderful evening from here on in. And I will see you all next time. Bye for now, everybody.
Thank you.